Have you ever noticed how some of the biggest losses in business don't come from bad decisions, but from delayed decisions? Let me start with a simple truth. In business, timing is not just important, it is everything. A right decision taken too late often becomes as harmful as a wrong decision. Think about it. A company knows it needs to adopt new technology. The leadership agrees in principle. Meetings happen. Reports are made. Committees are formed. And months pass. By the time the decision is finally implemented, competitors have already moved ahead, captured the market, and set new standards. What was once an opportunity becomes a recovery mission. This is the hidden cost of delay. It does not show up immediately in balance sheets, but it quietly erodes growth, momentum, and confidence. Let's break it down. First, delayed decisions increase financial cost. When action is postponed, problems usually grow. A small operational inefficiency becomes a large structural issue. A minor customer complaint becomes a brand reputation problem. A manageable expense becomes a major liability. In business, time literally converts into money lost. Second, delay kills competitive advantage. Markets do not wait. Competitors are constantly experimenting, launching, failing, and improving. If you are still thinking, someone else is already doing. And in today's world, being second often means being irrelevant. Third, delayed decisions demotivate teams. Employees don't lose energy because of hard decisions. They lose energy because of unclear decisions. When leadership hesitates, teams become confused. They stop taking initiative. They start waiting for approval instead of acting. Slowly, the entire organization becomes reactive instead of proactive. Now let's understand why this happens. Most delayed decisions are not due to lack of information. They happen due to fear. Fear of failure. Fear of criticism. Fear of making the wrong move. And sometimes, the illusion that more data will eventually remove all risk. But here is the reality. In business, there is no decision without risk. The only real question is whether you are managing risk through action or increasing risk through delay. There is a famous principle in leadership. Speed matters, even when you are wrong, because you can correct a wrong decision. But you cannot recover lost time. Let's take an example. A startup founder is deciding whether to expand into a new city. The data is 70% positive. The opportunity is clear, but not guaranteed. If they delay for 6 months to achieve 100% certainty, they may lose the market window entirely. Another competitor enters, builds trust, and captures customers first. Now even a perfect decision becomes ineffective. This is why successful leaders are not those who always make perfect decisions. They are those who make timely decisions and adjust quickly. So what is the solution? First, set decision deadlines. Not everything needs endless discussion. Give yourself a clear time frame. Decide by a date, not by emotion. Second, accept good enough information. Waiting for perfect clarity is often just disguised procrastination. In business, 70% clarity with action is more powerful than 100% clarity with delay. Third, separate reversible and irreversible decisions. Not all decisions are permanent. Many can be adjusted later. Move faster on reversible decisions. Be careful only where consequences are truly permanent. And finally, build a culture of action. Reward speed with responsibility. Encourage teams to act, test, learn, and improve instead of waiting endlessly for approval. To conclude, the cost of delayed decisions is not just lost opportunities. It is lost momentum, lost confidence, and lost leadership. In business, the question is not just, what should we do? It is also, how quickly are we willing to decide? Because in the long run, it is not the strongest or the smartest who win. It is the fastest decision makers who stay ahead.